I'm going to attempt to beat Borderlands 2 while only being able to shoot 1,000 times. Here are the rules. I can only shoot 1,000 bullets. Run ends after the game is beaten or 1,000 bullets have been shot. Anything that shoots more than one shot per trigger pull counts as one shot, so shotguns, anything with extra projectiles, with the exception of dull weapons. Rockets count as one shot. Grenades, melee, and action skill cannot be used as your main way to deal damage, except when called for in mission objectives. Your main source of damage needs to be guns. Vehicle combat is allowed, but cannot be overused, and bar rank needs to be off. First things first, I chose Zero because his action skill is the most practical for this challenge due to its ability to buff my weapon's damage, as well as his unique abilities that will help me mitigate the amount of shots needed to kill certain targets that only he is able to do. In the Claptrap's place, I fast traveled to Peak to get a few early levels from the Skag Cliff Jumpers. After that, I fast traveled to Little Steel Sea to get an extra XP from the doll soldiers that Mordecai kills. After finishing the opening scenario to the Little Steel Sea, I headed back to the main campaign to start actually doing the first or second mission, technically. A little bit under level 5, just because I thought that killing the enemies on my way to Knuckle Dragger would level me back up to 5. Evidently, it doesn't here. As you can see, I'm not even close. So I go back to the Digistruct Peak to get a few more Skags to hop off the edge so that I can level up to 5 before I fight Knuckle Dragger. Is he gonna fall off? Ho ho! Oh, I was so close. Two shots. Unfortunately, I'm not able to kill Knuckle Dragger with one shot. I was just a little bit off. Probably should have gotten it up to level 6 before I decided to fight him, but you know, I mean, hindsight's 2020. Take a few shots out here to kill the rest of his crew, and then on my way to Liarsburg. The Liarsburg combat sequence has a lot of required fighting, so inevitably we are going to have to shoot a lot of dudes here. I can't use my grenades because my grenades will kill them, and that's not in the spirit of the challenge. I can one-shot most everything here, or literally everything here, but I still do end up wasting a few rounds just due to bad aim or bad positioning, whatever you want to call it. Once we get out of that and into the side quests in Liarsburg, though, those do scale up to my level, which do prove to be a little bit harder. I kind of use my deception to chain the bully bongs or the bandits around to me, so that I can ensure a critical hit. Even then, sometimes it doesn't work, though, just because of my bad aim. So this first section didn't go quite as planned, but it didn't go horribly either. You can see right here that I actually still had my bar rank on, which I do turn off to compensate for that difference in damage that I was doing. I do just add a flat 2x to the shots I had taken up to that point that still had my bar rank on, which is only 47, but I mean, it can make the difference. Not that my bar rank being on added a 2x difference to my damage, it didn't, but you know, better be safe than sorry. Just because I should have reset the playthrough, I didn't. But that's what I do to compensate that, if anybody was wondering. After farming a well-rolled sniper rifle, I do head to do the best minion ever quest on our way to defeat Captain Flint. I do also want to mention that I do use just basic grenades to trigger any elemental barrel that I find near. I do not consider that to be against the rules at all, so when you see me throwing these grenades and hitting these barrels, I don't really count that as me using a grenade to kill an enemy. I'm using the grenade to activate the elemental barrel, which then kills the enemy. Just every time you see that, that is why I'm doing that. I don't consider that to be against the rules. So, where are you going? Great. After taking care of Boom Boom, I do blow up the gate to go get to Claptrap and Captain Flint, but on the way I do decide to kill a few badass enemies just to see if the XP is really worth going for. Honestly, it was alright, it wasn't too bad. What the fuck? It's actually insane. 1, 2. After catching up with Claptrap, I take out the few bandits that are torturing him, and also the few of the other ones that are aggroing onto me, and then make my way straight to Flint. Now, Flint is kind of an obnoxious boss to fight, just because he's a little bit difficult to crit, and when he goes in his fire mode, for this challenge, it's not even worth trying to shoot him. Even outside of the challenge, within the challenge, if he's in fire mode, you're just not shooting him, period. So we need to kill him either right when he spawns or after his first fire period, which I thought would have been a lot easier initially when I was doing this challenge, but I do actually take a death on my first fight here. For whatever reason, I thought you could crit through his mask, like on his eyeballs. Maybe you can, and maybe my shot just didn't land, but I ended up having to run away, and I did take a death here, like I said. Just not my best moment, but I do end up using the Hulk here in a second to take Flint out. These 2. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Taking Flint out, I take out the rest of his men that are still aggroed onto me in the arena, and then me and Claptrap head onto the ship and sail to Three Horns to get to Sanctuary. Huge. Oh, okay. Alright, 2. Alright, what do you get for the name game? Alright, ignore the shot count on the bottom left due to the fact that it was annoying to update. I stopped updating it. As of right now in the video, we are at 157 shots spent. Going into Frostbird Cannon after leaving Sanctuary, you don't really have to fight anything up until the Lilith introduction, the little mobbing section there. I do fight a few of the badass psychos here just to see if the XP was worth it. I don't believe it was here. I spent probably about 14 shots here between all 3 of the psychos that I fought. So yeah, you can kind of just run through Frostburn. There's no required mobbing until the Lilith situation. 6, 7. Another fire one. Dude, what the fuck is that? Ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike. God damn it, how am I missing that? 4, 5. 6, 7. God damn it. 8. Now this is the mobbing section with Lilith, and the reason that you don't really have to expend almost any bullets here, if you're patient enough, you don't have to expend any, is because I'm lower level, I'm not doing a lot of side quests, and I'm on the lowest scaled version of this story mission. Lilith actually does more damage to the bandits than she would if you were like at the highest scaled version of the Frostburn Canyon hunting the Firehawk mission. So she actually is one-shotting almost every single enemy here if they're in range of her phase walking ability. The only time I do pull out a weapon here is to get a fight for your life quick revive, and when I need to shoot the badass psychos, because she doesn't do too much damage to those guys. Oh. Yeah, we're taking that. You have the... Oh my god, is this gonna play unless I do the mission? Every time I want to come in. After Frostburn Canyon, I do the In Memoriam mission just because it doesn't require too much shooting and it gives you some pretty decent XP as well. I don't have any. Two. No. 4. In hindsight, this mission probably wasn't smart to do. I was only doing it to see what the mission reward was. I could have searched that up, but I thought the shotgun might have been better. It was, but it wasn't a big enough upgrade to warrant how many shots I spent on this mission. 5, 6. 1. Alright, was this worth it? Let's find out. Finishing the name game side quest, I head to the Dust to start building the Bandit Technical to do the Damn Fine Rescue mission to save Roland. How is that not a crit? Alright, 2. 5. Okay, alright, 2. 3. 5. 5. 6. 7. Like Badma, I do decide to farm him a little bit for XP after zoning into the Bloodshot Dam. Really? 8, 9, 10, 11, 8, 6, 8, 9, 10. Are we kidding? 10. What was that, 8? Now, the Bloodshot Dam is one of the bigger sections in the game because of the fact that there are a lot of areas that you cannot progress until you kill everything in the room. Namely this first, or technically the second room here, and then the big whirlpool area. And I mean, there's just so many of them. It's hard to keep count. It's actually not too hard. There's only like maybe 4 of them. But once you get out of here, after Jack captures Roland from the Bloodshots, the only required kill in that whole zone on top of the dam is going to be the Warden, because you can actually have Roland kill everything else around there, basically just all the loader bots, after you free him. Okay. 16. How'd he get all the way over there? Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2. What the fuck? Dude. What the fuck? Like, I'm not gonna use it because straight up just doesn't even. It's just gonna be obnoxious. So I'm gonna kill him. 1, 2, 3.
You gotta stop this thing. Let go of me, damn it!
Like I said, this whole section on top of the dam with Warden and Roland, there's no real required combat that you have to do here. All you gotta do is just run through. I do get down by an exploder here in a second, but that's the only combat I really ever do. 1, 2, Alright, this I just need to start popping off. 1 or 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 3. Dude, you gonna shoot him? Is that him reloading? Dude, his reloading speed is like 10x. What the hell?
Meet me back in second.
This guy again. Is this worth it?
How hilarious.
What the hell? You're not June. Get him, dude!
I move for the kill.
Ooh.
Combat. Preparing to strike.
Damn. Okay, I just need to kill him. 1, 2,
Preparing to strike.
4, 5, 6. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay.
An
1.
illusion fools you
Ah,
all.
shit.
I move
2.
for the
Oh, shit. 3, 4. I shouldn't even waste any more.
trap card. Your death
1,
approaches.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After grabbing the rock salt for the Wilhelm fight, I head to the Tundra Express to finish the train to catch mission. One, 2, 3. Doing melee. What are they doing?
You should now be
4, 5, 6, 7. I knocked out this loader here just to get an extra level before actually fighting Wilhelm, but none of this combat is really necessary, but you should be taking an extra level before you go into a boss fight whenever is possible. Wilhelm wasn't too bad of a fight. It definitely would have helped if I had a corrosive rock salt rather than a shock one. I didn't really feel like read-only farming for a corrosive rock salt, so I kind of just went and ripped this. I will say, if I did read-only farm a corrosive rock salt, that would have been an amazing idea because you need corrosive weapons for a lot of the next sections of the game. Is that a chubby skag?
Reconnect with your friends after you get through the bridge.
It is. Ooh.
How hilarious. You just set off my trap card. Your death.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh shit. 11, 12, 13. Can I get these guys to kill? Did no damage. I'm more interested in shooting, not me. 1, 2, red, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This mobbing section, protecting the beacon and overlook, is, I'm pretty sure it's probably the longest, with the most enemies, like, required mobbing section in the game. Just because of, 1, how long it goes on, and 2, there's a few points where they kind of just spawn like 20 enemies at once. Maybe not 20, maybe it's like, 12, 14. But they just go absolutely hog wild with how many dudes are spawning. I don't even bother going for the exploders just because, I mean, the beacon not being deployed at all times isn't really my biggest like problem here. I know for a fact I'm going to get through the mission, especially considering at a certain point, Jack will just make the beacon invincible, which honestly I would prefer that to happen rather than, wasting bullets trying to kill stuff that I don't need to kill just because I don't want the beacon to go down. So that was my thought process here, which is why you see me kind of targeting anything other than the exploders, which I feel like most people do that anyway during their playthroughs, regardless if they're doing a challenge run or not, just because, I mean, it really just isn't worth going for the exploders because they're not really running towards you. They're running towards a beacon, which makes them a little bit harder to hit. Um, but yeah, that was the main challenge with this. I think I died once or twice, I believe. This badass loader was kind of an issue to deal with, but he gets taken down, no problem. And these hot loaders kept killing me. I died here at the end right before I could fast travel. But other than that, it was clean. Just a lot of shooting.
Take that.
Three.
He should be easy enough to finish off. Switch
5.
to another weapon.
Ah, shit.
Hit him again.
Gonna start any minute.
Yeah, I did it. I ain't sorry. Why do
Actually, I don't know. I'll pick it up for fun. This I'm definitely picking up.
Hey, cutie. Got a job for you. Why don't you stop? So when do we bust out of here?
1. 2. 2. 3. 4. 5. Alright. 1. Oh, this is gonna suck. 2. Oh. You can, apparently. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Yeah, it's fine. 1. 2. Don't do this to me. 3. 5.
The chronicles of my torture.
After doing all the side quests that had me kill either none or only kill a few people to complete them, which those are always, very welcome in my book, I head to the Wildlife Exploitation Preserve, which is the first time in this playthrough where we are like actually right and proper out-leveled. These next few, or not out-leveled, under-leveled, these next few missions are going to be kind of a pain here. Getting through this door was obnoxious. Ghost. Okay. This should be good. I failed it. Hold on. I don't know what failed there. Why can I not run by? But because that door naturally opened due to the loaders killing the stalkers, the ultimate badass loader spawned and is in front of the door, and the door doesn't technically open until I kill him. So even though the door is, you can look at it and see that it's open, it's technically not, so I have to reset the game, but it resets me back here. Okay. We're doing a decent amount. 1. Oh. 2. 3. Are really going down? This is 18. 19. On my way back, I got a boatload of loot midgets, but the problem is that they were kind of just a terrible thing to deal with. It would take many shots, but they were a decent amount of XP and potentially good loot, so I always took care of them. Okay. 1. 2. Are we kidding? 3. How am I not? How is this not going? 1. Oh, thank God. I was able to get through the door on this attempt pretty handily. I think it only took me 2 tries. And then you have to enter into this section with the skags, which is a required mobbing section. There's not too many things you have to kill here. Just when you kill enough to where the badass spawns, you have to take care of the badass, and then the door will open, and then the 4 Hyperion guards will come out. And badass skags really aren't anything special. They're not too bad. Especially the slag ones, they really do not do much. And considering they're slagged, they're already got a little bit of a debuff on them, so no biggie there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Minus 8. 11, 12. Oh my God, I can't fucking hit anything, dude. Oh. Jesus Christ. Get back to safety corner. Can't fucking aim, dude. Where is she? Needs to be safe from the rocket launcher. We buy that, right? Surely? Yeah, I think we do. Right here? Huge. Oh, shit. Shit. What the fuck? He cheated? Has anybody seen that before? What the hell is that, man? Here still? You piece? Oh shit. 2. Alright. So the slab initiation, I already knew what I was gonna do coming into here. A lot of these dudes are pretty decently above my level, not too much. Just because it's not too much of a jump from the wildlife exploitation preserve, but enough, you know, to cause some issue. So I do just have the super badass Goliaths. I think they're actually just badasses. Just kill everything to level up into Godliaths, and then I take care of them towards the end. I do believe I ended up killing this one a little bit early, just because the other guys were killing him too fast. And I wanted to make sure that I got the XP from him, because he is a very good source of XP when you do kill him. Leveling up, I mean, I don't think it's worth, you know, going for XP by leveling up a Godliath, but the kill itself will give you a lot of XP if he's already there. So I think right here I just kind of wait for him to whittle down. A lot of these other Goliaths were shooting him, so I took off their helmets just so that they would stop hitting him by range. I go down here, take down the Godliath, and then just wipe up everything else with the launcher. And I don't even know why I shot him with the sniper there. That's a bad idea. I rocket everything else, and then, you know, life is good here. Oh yeah, that was kind of troll. I did level him up. Oh, I died here. I completely forgot about that. 3.
Ever been strangled with your own intestines?
4, 5, 6, 7.
That was awesome!
I do not know what Brick was talking about. That shit was not that cool. I kind of just, you know, had his men do everything for me and then mopped him up at the end. This is another quote-unquote required combat section here, but because Brick is out here just punching shit, he can actually take care of these loaders pretty well. I feel like out of all the like the allies you can get, Lilith, Roland, and Mordecai. There's one other I'm missing. Oh, Brick, yeah. Brick is probably the best out of all the helpers just because he's constantly attacking, and right here he can also push them off the cliff, so he can kind of shorten one of their lifespans, or kill a few of them pretty fast if he's given the opportunity. And even if he isn't, his punches do a decent amount of damage, so I just let him get through that until I'm forced to go into opportunity. Opportunity isn't too bad. Just the problem is getting to be able to kill the Jack Body Double, because opportunity does scale a little bit higher than the other two, the wildlife exploitation, as well as the Thousand Cuts mission. I forget what the name is. Once in Future Slab, because I believe the Jack's Body Double is natively 24. But I do go down here a little bit, but it is the only required kill in opportunity, because then after you get that, all you need to do is just hit the info kiosks and then you're good.
That's one of
3,
the body doubles Jack uses to confuse assassins and
4,
impress his
5,
enemies.
6, 7. Oh jeez, I shouldn't even waste anymore. Okay. Should be pretty easy to land. 1. Rocket. Just don't line of sight me, please. It's not loaded. Oh, you're joking. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
This isn't a discussion. You're not going without me.
This is it.
Oh, shit. 1. Okay. Really? You're gonna line of sight me? This mission's actually insane. What the fuck? Alright, I decided to do a little run through of Thousand Cuts to see if I could get any cool weapons to sell for money, or just potentially whenever I'm at that level to use them. But real talk, we are kind of in a dire situation. I have a pretty significant amount of the game left, and not too much. Let me throw some numbers at you. You got 634 shots spent, so we only have 366 left. We are 7 levels under leveled, and we will be 10 by the time we reach, the final boss. And how much required fighting do we have? We have 3 bosses, 6 badasses, and 6 regular enemies minimum. There's going to be more, because I'm going to have to try and get second wins. So we are in kind of a bad situation. One of the only ways we can really remedy this is, honestly, leveling up, which I have a plan. Oh shit. 4, 5. Oh, I dropped my gun. It's a situation. 5, 6. God damn it. Okay. You have to kill this constructor for the door to open, and I thought maybe I could grenade jump to get to the street behind the door that we need to open so that I wouldn't have to open it at all, but I couldn't. But my damage was not good enough to kill this constructor. I was too squishy to stay alive long enough to be able to kill the constructor fast enough. This was just a terrible situation, and a lot of shots were spent trying to get us up to speed, or not up to speed, but get us to be able to have a chance at getting through this door, but just nothing was really happening. I was trying the sniper, I was trying our torque shotgun we had, the Hulk. This just, it was not going. With our new upgrade, the constructor blocking our path was able to go down pretty easily. I think I had 2 deaths trying to fight the constructor here, maybe just 1. I'm pretty sure it was 2 though. I didn't know while playing that Boar could actually go through those protective shields he puts on his eye when he's throwing the nukes. Would have been nice to know. I knew it would go through, but I thought the bullets could still reflect, just due to how Boar works. So yeah, we get through that door and we're on our way now. Come on. Okay. Again, I'm actually just not getting the mortar marks. Our rocket launcher, for whatever reason, I feel like it's only with these turrets, just cannot do any damage to these things. So I do have to opt into using my shotgun for all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, I need to hide behind this. Seven. Oh, that's no damage, huh? 2. Yeah. 3. Oh, huge. 4. Now, due to us being spec'd into the Boar ability from 0, because we're overlapping the hitboxes of the constructor with the turrets, Boar kind of glitches out basically and creates a bunch of copies of the our shotgun pellets when it goes through and hits the separate hitbox just again and again and again and does an amazing damage. So that's why that's happening. I do die once to the constructor, but in the next life I do come back and I do wipe his ass out again, lickety split. Four. Okay, that was.
Slab, you're coming up on the bunker. I'm sending some of my boys to help you out.
I disappear.
1. Try. That's not even worth. I didn't think about the autocannons. 1, 2. Not too bad. Well, first phase of the bunker. To get the boss to actually become active and start moving, you need to kill the 11 autocannons that spawn 2 at a time, or whenever one is killed, in all separate locations across the map. This actually is a pretty easy part to do, because even though I'm pretty underleveled, the autocannons are actually still relatively easy to shoot, and all the ones that I can get in close range, because their crit spot is so big and I can get so close, I can almost one-shot all the ones in close range. The ones at range do take quite a few shots, though. I usually use my rocket for those if I can, if I got any bullets. If not, then I have to use something else. But the good thing is that even though there's lots of enemies and I get downed all the time, because there's no real, I guess, mechanic that punishes me for dying, like it's not like I have to, it resets the autocannons or anything, I can just instantly give up and then come back and kill more autocannons, so I don't have to waste time trying to get a second wind or anything like that. Alright.
You really think I protect Angel with nothing but a couple of bots and some flimsy turrets? You see, you're not at the bunker right now. The bunker isn't a place. That's the bunker. Meet the BNK-3R, the greatest defense bot ever built. Designed her myself. Now do me a favor and die.
Now we're at the bunker. Now this seems like it would be a terrible situation for us. The bunker is 8 levels ahead of us, flies around a lot, and I mean, how are we going to be able to take care of this guy? Well, I'll show you how. Alright. I think that's gonna work out. I think he's dead. So, in case you're confused, Zero has an ability that we've spec'd into called Bore. Bore allows you, or allows your bullets that you shoot to go through enemies. So you can line up an enemy that has, you know, an overlapping, I guess, hitbox, hit them, and you'll hit both enemies. And not only that, the enemy that is getting bored, so the one behind whatever you're shooting, will receive extra damage. Bunker not only has multiple overlapping hitboxes, but enemies such as turrets that have separate health bars inside of him that he hadn't spawned yet. But if you shoot in that certain direction, you will just constantly be boring him, meaning, and it's multiplicative, so when you shoot, it'll just keep ramping and ramping and ramping and ramping, allowing Zero to effectively one-shot him wherever, whenever, with whatever, as long as it's a bullet projectile that can go through things. Yeah, I don't think it'll respawn. I wonder if I can go and farm that chest again, though. Now, I thought I could save and quit here and farm him to level myself up a bunch before I went and did Control Core Angel. Unfortunately, I was wrong. Apparently, you have to kill or finish the Where Angels Fear to Tread mission before you can farm the bunker. So, my whole plan that I had set up was that I was going to get here, reset, farm him until I'm very high leveled, because it only takes one shot to kill him. Because technically I could melee him under, or I could melee the boss under when he dies, to get him to kill. Like, I wouldn't even need to do the second shot at him. But I can't do that because I haven't finished the Control Core Angel mission. So, everything from here on out was not according to plan. What the fuck? Okay, Roland's not here, so I have to fight these guys like this. Alright, I need you to die first. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I can't live with all these around, huh? 23. 24, 25. 26, 27, 28. Damn it. 28. Oh, it's hitting it. 29, 30. 31, 32. Everything in Control Core Angel so far has been the lowest of the low. Gun loaders, bar the iron loaders. Once the badass loaders start coming out, things get a lot tougher. We're at 45. This is pretty bad. Two, three, four, five, seven, eight. Nice man. Really? Two. Three, okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, round up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Every time an ejector is broken, Roland comes down to help you with the preceding wave. And Roland not only does damage, but sends out a Scorpio turret, which can also do damage and heal you. On top of that, Roland is a pretty good meat shield. So whenever Roland's down, I try to have him take out the entirety of the wave and just sit behind him like a little meat shield. One, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm dropping my Scorpio turret.
Why is turret stuck? So it's not gonna deploy. These mini defense turrets that she spawns, by the way, are unbelievably annoying. They're easy to kill, but god, they knocked me down so many times during this fight. I cannot even with these things, brother. Is she not doing any damage to them? I guess it was all just Roland, basically. Yeah, she's doing no damage. One, two, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. Alright, this is really where Control Core Angel goes to shit. These last two badass loaders, even with Lilith being able to take a lot of their aggro, are obnoxious to take out with my current weapons. And obviously, with my level, I died just maybe a few times to them over the course of this mission. I can't kill anything. It's a wash from here. Did that hit me? I think this is where the run ends. I'm gonna be completely honest. Fuck! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 37, 38, 39. Plus 39, which makes it over 1,000. Got out of controller core angel before we reached our limit.
I got the shield down. Hit the injector.
Why is it not taking? Okay, this one. Brother, you telling me I did all that for the injector? Bitch, what's it look like I'm doing?
Quickly! Destroy the injector while the shield's down!
What the fuck was that, dude? Well, the official count was 102, and it should have been 102, but for whatever reason, that one injector wasn't working. Never seen that before. We've had thousands of hours in this game. Not even once.
Brenda,
Son.
Well, that's it. I was not able to beat Borderlands 2 while only using 1,000 shots. It's definitely possible, though, like 100%. I wanted to go at this with little to no prep as possible to see if I could go through it, because I thought it would be entertaining. Hope that you enjoyed. Maybe I'll come back later and actually beat the game with 1,000 shots or less at some point. Maybe I'll do that in the future, maybe I won't. Depends on if this video gets any traction, if people like it or not. But until then, like, subscribe, buy my merch. See you in the next one.
bye bye, gamers. Remember to like and scribe. Buy my merch. Also, I stream on Twitch every now and then. of a w.twitch.tv Brendayan. 完結、リンサ列映像エンディング公開。